Hello and welcome to another episode exploring the world of cinema. Tonight, my guest is once again Matt,
Hello again.
and we saw Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Mhm.
Okay, so Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is directed by David Yates, and it stars Eddie Redmayne, Dan Fogler. Probably should have looked up the women's names, and Colin Farrell as the villain,
With a surprise appearance by
Johnny Depp.
the Flesh Mustache.
Yeah, which we can get into that later. So, Matt, what did you think? Did you like it?
From the very start, it was exactly what I wanted. Took me right back to the Harry Potter days. They were,
Dun, 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 dun.
yes, and they didn't. It felt like a natural continuation. The cinematography was everything you'd expect. The beasts were fantastic.
I don't know if you know this, but David Yates directed at least the Deathly Hallows movies. I don't know if he did
That makes a lot
earlier,
of
but yeah,
sense. And
that
then,
they kept the same aesthetic because they had the same director.
what I think they did a better job of tugging at the heartstrings with these relationships.
You're gonna need to elaborate on that because people would
Yep.
argue that Ron and Hermione's relationship is very heartstring tuggy.
I never even got into that. No, I did.
You're
It has a lot to live up to, but it
you're specifically
might do
referring
it.
to the Kowalski and Queenie relationship.
But then also Newt,
Oh, that
and that was
that
cute.
one's playing the long game.
He's heartbroken.
He's not heartbroken, but he is. There is an attraction between them, and I like that they're taking that one slow. But Kowalski and Queenie were adorable. I I usually am very opposed to relationships in movies, but that one worked because I think uh they were just adorable.
Dan Fogel's best kiss since Maggie Q.
Yeah,
And that scene.
but that's only because you and I haven't seen
Ah,
him in anything else other than Balls of Fury.
that's true.
I swear I've seen him in something else. I just can't remember. Um, but yeah, he was Dan Fogler was surprisingly very good, very funny,
I did not know he was just going to be a nomad, regular
which
old guy.
I hate the word nomad.
We call them muggles in Hogwarts
Yeah.
land.
Well, like nomad is just uncomfortable to say, and pluralizing it is even worse.
No magi.
Nomadges.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. It's like your teeth get all caught up in the air coming through.
That's where we have a lot to catch up with British,
Yeah, and the nomad
the
front.
British wizards.
And I saw it written down in the newspaper montage in the beginning, and it was MAJS, not ES. Nomads.
Doesn't that violate English as a whole?
I believe so, but mostly because no English words end in J.
Harry Potter 12 Civil War. No, not Civil War. World War.
All right, I don't know what you're talking about there.
I'm going deep.
All right. Um, yeah. So let's get into some of the performances. How was Eddie Redmayne? Other than fantastic.
Okay. I didn't know how I was going to feel about Newt. Nice main character, nice well-rounded chap, but he is so likable that you leave the theater loving Newt.
Yeah, because he's like awkward. There were some parts in the beginning where it was kind of like, with any other character, you'd be like, why aren't you just telling them what's going on? Why are you being so sheepish and everything? But Eddie Redmayne like showed you that he's a very awkward person.
He is, but he was also extremely talented and surprising
Hmm.
with all those beasts and his very interesting backstory just woven in there. You could tell he was very busy. He had a lot of beasts.
Did you notice how the movie managed to explain all the backstory just fine without the need for
No
a
exposition.
newspaper montage? Nothing in that newspaper montage was like information that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise.
It was kind of nice.
It,
Maybe it served like an
I did,
intro
I didn't like it.
purpose.
I
You
honestly,
didn't like it?
it didn't even have like the characters' names, so it wasn't a credit
Credits.
roll. It was an exposition montage that you didn't need.
They're copying Marvel with all this paper flipping for no reason to the plot.
Yeah, they think that's where Marvel's success comes from is paper flipping noises. Um, But what else? How about talk about something for a second? I'm gonna look up what that girl's name is.
Okay, I hope they delve into a little more why Albus Dumbledore was so fond of Newt Scamander.
Oh, I think it's because Dumbledore used to be evil.
Motherfucker.
Because like I'm pretty sure I can't remember what I heard this from, but he was friends with Grindelwald, so that implies that he wasn't always because like remember didn't they mention in the books about when he was younger he used to be kind of all for the wizard master race movement?
Only you would know out of us.
No, there's it's I think it's true.
Dumbledore used to be evil. Spread it, it's not slander.
So my theory is that uh, Newt was in Slytherin, and that's how he got to know Leta Lestrange. Who that's Zoe Kravitz, man.
Which one is she?
She was the
The
one in the
girl?
picture. No, the
Oh,
one in the
okay.
picture, Leta Lestrange. So I think that it's possible Scamanders are evil.
Kind of an evil name. It would work.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. It's a kind of an evil name.
And why did he have the?
And he was friends with the Lestranges. Those guys are
What's the whole bad thing? The Oculus,
the yeah the Obscurus.
the Obscurus.
I was unclear on this in the first time I watched it, but I think an Obscurial is a human that has the Obscurus in it.
Okay.
But here's my problem with that. In the Sorcerer's Stone, Harry didn't know he had magic, and therefore had no way of actively suppressing it. How do you suppress magic? Like, because I mean, that kid, Credence, Ezra Miller didn't know he was a wizard. He just wanted to be one, but like
Maybe this is
was still
an
suppressing it.
environment, but also Harry was in a very oppressed
Catherine Waterston,
environment.
that's her name. She kind of looks like Linda Fiorentino in
Uh,
this picture. Didn't in the movie though.
she
But
was
yeah,
good. She's another character. All these characters just grow on you.
yeah, Tina was good.
Fogel was, what was his?
Kowalski, Jacob,
Kowalski.
and then Queenie. She's never even really been in a movie. She's a singer. So I
That's
thought,
good.
I
She
mean,
was very likable.
she was likable, but she wasn't like believable. I think she was a little over the top. I think Tina was a little over the top too. Um, Trying to get that like flapper voice,
Uh,
and that flapper voice doesn't work and
Flapper.
unnaturally. I mean,
Yeah. Queenie
um,
could have been over the top. It was kind of her character.
yeah, she was goofy. That's why she worked so well with Kowalski. I was full on in favor of that.
We're gonna see about them. They're gonna be the couple that pushes this movement for Muggle wizard relationships.
Yeah,
Being illegal.
why does America suck? But
Even in
we
fucking
had a black female president though.
boom, check and check.
All right, two birds with one stone. I almost kind of feel like if this movie had been made well after Donald Trump was elected, I kind of feel like this is them making fun of us, but or it's just eerily prescient.
Yeah, what was that creature that saw the most probable
The
future?
demiguise.
Yeah, he told them that Trump would be our president.
Um,
So they
in
made a
the little
alien.
Fantastic Beast book, the little red one I used to have, remember?
Mm-hmm.
The demiguise was actually mentioned in there, and they use their hair to make the invisibility cloaks.
Oh,
Yeah, a lot of those things were like the Bowtruckle was mentioned in there. Um,
oh, the bow
some of the other ones I'm
truckle.
sure did, but like I had a lot of trouble catching what they were saying. Um,
House elf singer in an underground club.
oh God!
It was
Oh, thank you for
striking.
reminding me. No, it's fucking George Lucas bullshit. Remember when they
Ah,
were in that cantina and they had that like alien with the bikini and she had like the long mouth and she was singing that really high pitched song? That's exactly what it reminded me of. Um,
he tried to repress it.
yeah, twice. Twice I've seen this movie and managed to forget it. And you asshole, why? Like,
Man,
did
they
they
almost
have to give that elf such perky tits? Like, it was weird.
Very
how
sexual.
sexualized they made
Oh,
that
that's fucking New York City for you. Weird shit's going on.
in
Demon?
the speakeasies. Ron Perlman. Let's talk about Ron Perlman.
Where was
Um,
he?
he was Narlac.
The
Uh,
evil house out that
yeah,
betrayed them?
I think he might be a Pudwackle or whatever the one house in Ilvermorny is. But like Kowalski says, oh, he reminds me of my foreman. And then at the end, they showed him at his cannery job, and it would have been the perfect fucking opportunity to show Ron Fuckmothering Perlman as his foreman. Completely wasted opportunity there.
They coulda. They
Yeah.
coulda. I didn't think of it.
Um,
I wasn't paid to work on this movie.
we actually saw two of the houses of Ilvermorny. I can think of. I can't. Because the first one might be those American goblins, because I guess they're different. They're Pudwackles or Prudruckles. And then the Thunderbird, Frank, which that Thunderbird was beautiful.
The Thunderbird is
It was like
awesome.
glittering with gold, and like you can kind of see like,
6 wings at least.
yeah, I wasn't too crazy on the symmetry of it. It doesn't look very comfortable on the ground because he had his arms like way up here, and proportionally, and then the rest of
Yeah,
his body was just
the thing was meant for
dragging, I guess.
flight.
Yeah, certainly
It's very
wasn't meant to
sad that it
be.
got struck by lightning at the end.
Yeah, right. And then drowned in that cloud. But it was really
Yeah,
convenient that Venom managed to not only erase everyone's memories of specific things, but it was rewriting newspaper articles. Did
it
you?
was very integrated.
Yeah, it was a very.
It operates on a quantum level.
So, needless to say, a lot of the story had a lot of bullshit to fill in the plot. A lot of it didn't need to happen. In fact, the whole thing only happened because he had a piece of shit suitcase that kept popping
Horrible
open.
suitcase.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you got what they're doing. You got to get the beasts back. That gives you a clear goal to arc the story through, and then they're also dealing with this evil guy that you see right off the bat. So that was Colin Farrell. Did he zap into that guy?
zap into?
Yeah.
No.
Where did Johnny Depp come from?
Oh, I think it was a Polyjuice potion
Oh, okay.
because
So was that supposed to be obvious from the beginning? They showed Colin Farrell from the back, like his haircut, and it was like eerily similar to the Grindelwald image.
no, that was Grindelwald in the beginning because it was blonde
Oh,
hair. Colin Farrell had dark hair,
oh, but I thought
but he had
his
the same.
dark
They had
hair.
the same
Yeah,
haircut.
I picked up on that. I didn't
Because I
know.
mean, even Credence had the same haircut.
Yeah,
So
more
it
of
was
a
just
bowl
a
cut.
very evil 1920s haircut.
They
Um,
were kind of linked by the haircut.
yeah. Um, I'm not clear on when he Polyjuice potion Graves. And also, J.K. Rowling is the least imaginative namer of anybody ever. Graves, uh,
It's kind of
the
nice.
the the lady who was anti witches, her last name was Barebone. Oh wow, that's real convenient. Super poor lady. Give her the name Barebone. That's
Your
fortuitous.
name determines your destiny.
Yeah,
JK.
Rowling on poor
Perhaps.
laughing. um, it was a good movie. The book was better. The book was like 40 pages long. But that's why it was so good, because you can just read it 30 times in a day.
The
Um,
characters, though, so good. The humans, the
Beasts.
bees.
I don't think the CGI has really gotten any better since the last movie, but I think that's all right
But no, it's
because
good.
they have the Harry Potter style of animation, and rather than update that and make everything look photorealistic, they kept the same cartooniness to it. You know, like the you
It just felt consistent.
yeah,
Maybe
and
that's the
also
reason
sometimes
why.
looks like they were just recycled a hippogriff face and you made it into a thunderbird.
Stretch out the hippogriff.
Yeah,
New wings. Tail.
Tail.
Tail goes in two. So what are we not touching on?
That soaring eagle. I wasn't entirely sure because you know that thing that was floating around that was blue, and he called it a moth.
Yeah. Where did that
Was
go?
that the soaring eagle thing? Was that the thing that he was using to spin and stretch and it
Oh,
was
the
like
swooping death?
swooping eagle?
No, I don't think so. Those things were just bugs.
Then my theory is that's a snitch.
It was done so snitchy.
And yeah, exactly. It
We got
sounds so
blue
snitchy. And
snitches.
in the book for the Quidditch book, the little green one, that one actually had a little drawing that looked just like that, but I think it was gold. I think it wasn't
So
blue.
how did they? Maybe they matured. It was a baby snitch.
Maybe, or maybe it's just a different breed that doesn't get used for Quidditch.
Ah, fatter and slower.
I don't know. We gotta wait till there's like a Blu-ray release of this so we can get full breakdowns. People with more time on their hands than I do.
I want to see Beast version of Quidditch. Brooms. I gotta learn brooms. And then the Civil War that I'm talking about, American wizards are gonna. It's not Civil War. They're gonna fight the British wizards
You
in
want
a
the
world war.
you want to see the how World War One went with the Wizards because
Yes,
Newt said that he was on the Eastern Front with
with
dragons.
dragons.
Yeah, I definitely would like to see a war movie with wizards. That is awesome. We are.
Please.
What do you want to see in the sequel?
I wanna. I wanna see this breaking the barrier of wizard non-wizard relationships for Kowalski's sake, and I want to see him get his memory back. I want to see Newt and his girl, but then I want Zoe
Her
Kravitz to come
her
back.
name is written right there.
Tina, we have our notes. Okay, I didn't know we had a
My
teleprompter.
computer's name is Tina. Um,
That's why you don't like her.
yeah, I would like Lita Lestrange to come back, perhaps in because it's got to fill in a lot of Newt's backstory, but I think it's going to lean pretty heavy into Grindelwald and
So
uh,
Johnny Depp's gonna be a staple.
yeah. Well, I knew Johnny Depp was going to be in the sequel and that he had done like a small cameo, but I wasn't expecting his entire face complete with creepy flesh-colored mustache.
Flesh-colored
Like
mustache.
it
We're
was so
back to it.
distracting, his little white ass mustache, that I didn't even notice his eyes were two different colors until the second time I watched
I'm
it.
just like, that's Johnny Depp, but it can't be.
Yeah,
Twas,
he has a slight German
twas.
accent. Um,
Okay, so that's not all I wanted to see. Well, the war, obviously Beast Quidditch again.
I'm gonna be me next. I'm gonna be me last week. I want to see Gandalf in it. I kept calling Dumbledore Gandalf.
Oh, faux pas.
No, definitely Dumbledore in it. But here's my point. A lot of people are talking about recasting Dumbledore. Disagree. Uh, because in the books they said that Dumbledore is like 150 years old, and that's in like the late 90s. And this is in the mid 20s, so it's a 70-year difference. 70 minus 150 is still old as fuck. So you just take a lot of the beard makeup off of Michael Gambon, and you still have Dumbledore, circa 1930.
You shorten his beard, exactly.
Yeah, just
Maybe gray it up instead of a
not even.
whitey
I'm,
gray.
I'm sure Michael Gambon is already the right look for it.
Just put a regular Michael game on, save so much on makeup.
Yeah, yeah.
Or just Ezra Miller.
Uh, if you're gonna de-age Gandalf, Dumbledore, you got to go back to like the earlier of the 1900s, uh, maybe late 1800s.
Back when he's just ripped up,
Yeah.
6-pack.
Um.
Oh, the giggle water.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, an
I loved it. I
apparition.
loved how much apparition they did in it. Because this is an adult. The characters are all adults, so they can apparate with no problems. So you don't
No
have
splinching.
yeah you don't have those things where you're just like, why did they just apparate away? It's like, well, they have to. They have to apparate constantly now. It's great. I loved how they were fighting and it just like blink
Yeah, I
blink
would
blink.
never get stressed in any situation.
Just teleport away.
That's how you should be able to
And I mean,
misty step.
you can go miles, I assume.
Your splinch risk increases.
Yeah, maybe. Um,
It should.
yeah, I definitely like how it's more adult. How oh, and I absolutely love like the 20s as a setting for wizards, because like in Harry Potter, everyone looked kind of goofy wearing robes all the time. So like in starting with Azkaban, they started just having them wear normal clothes. Um, Whereas in this, their robes are leather trench coats, which was the style in the 20s anyway. so it just works out perfectly.
Totally integrated.
It's like if you went back to like the Middle Ages and made a wizard movie, then everyone would dress the same anyway. No magism. Oh my God, that movie is making me as an American say that over and over again. No magism.
Muggle, 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 muggle,
Muggle.
muggle, muggle,
Muggle.
muggle, Hogwarts.
Moogle
Moo.
from Final
Moogle.
Fantasy.
Was he a muggle?
No, Moogle.
She?
Who?
Muggle? Was a beast?
Moogle?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a little puffy thing with a thing on its head.
We got puffy things. They're called nifflers. And they're the cutest gold hoarding platypus you'll ever see.
You remember? No, it wasn't a platypus. It was an echidna.
Oh,
Remember when I was looking up what they call baby lizards and I saw that baby echidna and it was all disgusting? That's exactly what it looked like. It looked like an echidna that hadn't grown its spines. I didn't like that niffler.
Kind of real pain.
Well, it's kind of inconvenient because, like, what's the evolutionary advantage of storing shit tons of change in your pocket? Like, what does he do with it?
Buys love.
Is he eating it? Because that wasn't clear whether or not the niffler was eating it.
Maybe he just gains power.
Maybe.
It looked fatter. Like it kind of swelled up at a small fraction of what it was storing.
I think maybe it was just inconsistent CGI.
ICGI.
You ready to be done with this?
Are we missing anything? Any final points?
I don't think so.
Merlin's beard. That's my line of
Merlin's beard.
Oh, also when they almost killed her. And they're like, don't you want to just jump in this nice pool of memories?
Yeah, that was an interesting execution style. They basically hypnotize you into relaxing and then dissolve you in acid?
I think Texas did that.
Yeah, it kind of raises the question, which is more humane? Azkaban with a bunch of Dementors or acid execution?
That you don't really feel like it's happening.
Acid execution. Let's go America.
That's your theme of the movie. Acid execution.
And I guess wands out for Credence. I'm going to end on that.